Greetings, family. Elder Gerard Williams here. I hope that you are having a healthy and a prosperous holiday season. I just wanted to speak to you today about one of the important elements of community. One of the things we say within our movement, within our family on a regular basis as a reminder is that you are not you're not created as an accident. You are not the other. You are not the mistake. And we say this because so oftentimes for particularly members of our community, the LGBT community, we hear such contrary messages. And so it is important that those our family members who are LGBTQ hear from the divine that the Creator has already declared that everything about you is exactly as God would have it to be. But even more so, that the uniqueness of who you are plays an important role of benefit and edification for the community. We remind folks that no one laughs the way that you laugh, no one embraces the way that you embrace, no one shows up the way that you show up. That's why you are the unique and fabulous creation that you are. So regardless of what others may say, all of that is important for the life and health of the various communities that we find ourselves connected to. And this is important because so oftentimes, particularly in this season, we struggle around finding our place at the table. We struggle around finding our place in those various communities. And it takes a person's level of integrity to really kind of swim upstream and swim against the tide and make sure that they're represented at the tables that they need to be represented of and be an important part of community, regardless of what those contrary voices may say. So let me share with you today that the reason you are the divine creation that you are is so that you can be an edification, that you can be a strength, that you can be a blessing, a benefit to the various communities that you are a part of. There's a particular verse in Proverbs that says, your gifts shall make room for you and bring you before great men. So if perchance you're still struggling to find out what is my purpose, what is my reason for being, I would offer to you today, begin by answering the question of what is in my heart to do and trust the divine on the inside, that as you do that, God will then reveal to you what your gifts are and what your divine purpose is. Follow what's in your heart and do that. And watch the Spirit of God bring you before great men. Watch the Spirit of God bring you to places you could not have imagined or thought. Watch the Spirit of God bless you in the uniqueness of who you are, that you're the person for the moment, that you were called for a time such as this. This is the time and the season that we celebrate not just community, but every member of the community. And so we need to remind our members not to allow other voices to deny you your place at the table, not to allow other voices to convince you that you're out here by yourself, that you're disconnected, and that you are alone. The truth is, there is no us. There is no them. There is only we, regardless of geographical locations. That's the wonderfulness of God. Regardless of ethnicity, regardless of gender, regardless of orientation, we are one in the spirit as beings created not just created in the image of God, but possessing an element of the divine light on the inside. And that light, and the uniqueness of who you are, plays an important role in the community. There is work to be done that only you can do, that only you can do it the way that you do it, for the benefit and for the edification of the communities that you identify with and play a role in. So this is the season that we lift up communities and the various individuals that make up that community. This is the season that we recognize that everybody is important. And this is the season that we celebrate everyone's uniqueness and diversity, whether or not they speak your language, whether or not they look like you, whether or not they even agree with you or understand you. None of that is required. All that is required is that they learn how to love you by the divine agape love of God, and watch what God will do, not just in you and through you, but for the blessing and for the benefit of the communities that you are connected to. They don't always have to agree with you. They don't always have to even understand you, but they cannot deny you your place as part of the community. They cannot deny you your place at the table. They cannot deny that you are the fabulous creation that you are in your uniqueness. And the Spirit of God will affirm that your gifts will not only make room for you, but bring you before great individuals and do a great work through you. This is the time. This is a season where we take time to reflect on what that looks like, moving out of this year into the next, and celebrate the wonderfulness of God, even as we declare in our motto that God is love and love is for everyone. So I hope you hear that. I hope you internalize that. I hope that blesses you as you're preparing for this holiday season. And be blessed. Be a blessing to someone else and allow the Spirit of God to bless you.